Good morning and thanks so much for tuning into the Trade Setup with me, Niraj Shah. Let's take stock of the situation. Now, did you know, of course, that while we've seen a recent corrective move, I think this is important. Despite inter-year declines of 10 to 20% almost every year, 35 of the last 44 years, the Indian markets or the Nifty has ended with positive returns, showing some robustness of the Indian equity markets. Frankly, I mean, this has been the case, and therefore one should keep this in sight when you're thinking of the markets right now, because I think currently it seems that this is the one corrective move that not too many people have seen in the recent past, and is it probably unnerving because the mid caps and small caps are falling quite a bit. We'll talk about that in a moment. First, the global news flow. US futures are flat after a day of correction. The US 10-year Treasury yield has rebounded and is back above 4%, which is not a good sign. Brent oil above $80 is not a good sign as well. China's home sales have jumped during the holiday period as 130 cities have offered perks to Chinese home buyers. So there, the stimulus is currently working, and of course, the markets are not as expensive. So all of this, bear in mind. So US markets ended lower. Futures are flat currently. Asia, unlike yesterday, is a mixed bag of sorts. So Nikkei is down about 1%, and Hang Seng, which has had a big move hitherto, is now, you know, these two markets are showing difference because Chinese markets have opened after a holiday. So bear that in mind. This is a bit of a catch-up rally that is happening, but otherwise markets seem to be a bit quiet, and the GIFT Nifty showing its move again, 114 points in the red. Now, this seems to be an obvious case simply because if you just look at what's happened in the last few days, it tells you a story, right? I mean, yesterday, Nifty reached the September lows of 24750 intraday with above average volumes. And the Bank Nifty in particular, viewers, look at this. It was down 1,000 points, 983, virtually 1,000 points, with the highest volumes since August 30. There is a problem in the Bank Nifty, and there are some shorts that are getting piled on. Look at the OI change into stocks like Federal, Axis, HDFC, even the PSBs. Price correction and double-digit OI change in most of them, if not all of them. So it shows the banks are getting pummeled and shorts are getting built on out there as well. So, you know, 48,000 crores worth of selling by FPIs in the last 5 sessions shows that while banks are vulnerable as well, I do think, though, personally, this is my personal view, that while we are seeing a fair degree of corrective move, and some bit of corrective move in the broader markets is still likely, we are probably at the end of the brutal period of sell-off. The worst selling might be now getting close. In the next 2-3 days, you can probably see the worst of the selling behind us, but who knows really. Let's take stock of stocks to watch in the session today. Tata Motors, the JLR sales came out. Now, the numbers were all over the place, looked slightly wobbly as well, the Q2 numbers from Tata Motors. But viewers, the key point for Tata Motors is the commentary that they've given. Let's move on to the MK note that they've given out. I mean, you know, this is the description really, but let's move on to the MK note. And the MK note is saying that production and wholesales, as per Tata Motors commentary, is going to grow in H2 amidst a supply normalization period. And this commentary is in stark contrast, of course, to peers or divergent from peers who have downgraded outlook. So they are constructive here. I doubt this can really move the needle on Tamo today, but watch out for this one. Let's move on to the next stock very quickly. From Tata Motors on to Godrej Consumer, consolidated EBITDA growth, they've said on the Q2 update, will be lower. So this is a negative for Godrej Consumer. Operating conditions in India tough on cost and margins. Very likely that GCPL may show a corrective move today. Mid-single digit EBITDA growth expected. So not a good update, will likely correct. Even Sobha, I mean, independent of what has given out as this thing and the absolute number, both the sales volume and reported numbers left a lot to be desired. Sobha will probably show a corrective move in the session today as well. So 1 week update from Sobha as well. Nykaa was mixed. Actually, consolidated revenue growth was mid-20s, but beauty segment short sales, fashion remained subdued. So people are divided really on Nykaa, but it seemed to be an okay update to my mind relative to what some of the others have done. High-tech, the QIP is opened, floor price at 194, very likely could see a bit of a corrective move today as well, unless of course the QIP is very well subscribed, so watch out for this one. Then I'll also watch out, let's move on to Hitachi. Plans to double India transformer making capacity, and this is confidence expressed by a transformer company, so do watch out for this one. Maybe the whole space has a bit of a positive rub-off of this. Let's wait and watch. M&M, CLSA has upgraded the stock from an hold to outperform, hiked the target price from 2654 to 3400. Current price is about 3060. They say they expect M&M to spruce up SUV and scale up ASP further. They also constructive on the tractor volumes after segmental EBIT margin at 9%, and they believe that the domestic tractor industry will revive from FY26. So do watch out for this one as well in the session today. Was yesterday up in a down market, by the way. Nuvama has come out with a note on Skipper. They've initiated with a buy and a target price of 650. Various reasons given, of course, including the fact that it's a niche player in the pole position in this whole T&D capex spend. So watch out for this one. And then Nomura has a couple of notes on Tata Power and JSW Energy. On Tata Power, initiated with a buy target. They believe 16% growth CAGR, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 16% EBITDA CAGR over FY24 to 27. In JSW Energy's case, their target price is 885. The EBITDA CAGR expected is about 38%. So, well, watch out for these names as well. A clutch of others, of course, but these seem to be the most important to me. Thanks so much for tuning into the Trade Setup today, viewers.